today's world, the things you're going to want to look at is maintainability. You've got operators in the field. You need these pumps operating at their peak performance.
So what is something important that an operator or engineer should be considering when choosing a pump?
We want to make that experience easy, quick, and painless, to be honest. So everything can be accessed through the front cover very easily.
One of the things I was really impressed with talking with Berger last year was the R&D department you guys have. It sounds like you guys spend a lot of time obsessing about the intricacies of how you can innovate your products.
Oh, we're like...
Everyone, thanks for coming to today's show. I'm here with Jeff at Berger. Thanks for coming on today.
Oh, thanks for having me.
So give me a little overview about the kind of pumps that you guys have in the wastewater industry.
Absolutely. So we're a manufacturer of rotary low pump, positive displacement, covering a flow range from 5 gallons a minute up to 7,500 gallons per minute. Been involved in the water and wastewater industry for coming up on almost 50 years. So we love being part of this community and making an impact.
And you guys have kind of some different mechanics to the way you guys do your grinder pumps and macerator pumps?
Yeah, so we do both pumping equipment and grinding equipment. So we have a couple different types of grinders that we put in conjunction with our low pump and other pumping technologies in the industry, whether that be a centrifugal pump or other PD manufacturers in the arena. So we manufacture the multi-crushers that you'll see in the booth, as well as a new product that we rolled out up front, an orbit grinder that we just rolled out in Europe, and we're rolling it out at the beginning of 2025 here in North America. So that's going to be a great product for the market. But all of it ties around our pumping equipment, because the pumping equipment is still our core product. That's where we got started in the industry years ago with Mr. Berger's innovation, and that's our focus going forward.
What is something important that an operator or engineer should be considering when choosing a pump?
There's multiple things. Probably when you're looking at the pump side of things in today's world, the things you're going to want to look at is maintainability. You've got operators in the field. You need these pumps operating at their peak performance to keep the plants operational. So at Berger, you'll see throughout the booth and all our marketing materials, we always promote MIP, maintenance in place.
Yeah, that's right here.
Exactly, right behind us. So everything that we design, we really put a focus on maintenance, because we know that operator is going to have to work on it. It's a rotating piece of equipment. It's inevitable. So we want to make that experience easy, quick, and painless, to be honest. So everything can be accessed through the front cover very easily. You can remove your rotors, our lining system that we incorporate right back to our mechanical seals, all done in a very timely manner, get the pump back up and running, and it creates a good customer experience.
Yeah, and I mean, I can't imagine if you're dealing with wastewater, you're under the gun sometimes, especially if you don't have a redundant system and you've got to replace that pump while you still got incoming flows.
That's right. You got, time is of the essence, and also these plant operators and the staff out there, they have, other than just the pump technologies inside the plant, they have numerous other pieces of equipment they're trying to maintain, keep operational. So you want to make that as easy as possible for them in the field. And let's be honest, staff time in the field is very limited too. So we want to give them a product that's easy to maintain in a timely manner, so they can get back up and running.
That's a great point. A lot of smaller communities, they've got one ORC who's running 6 projects.
That's correct.
And if they get some old legacy pump goes out, I mean, it could be.
So what you see, you see a time limitation, especially in smaller communities. The bigger plants, they have, maintenance staff. Things are a little more scheduled. And the smaller communities, because they're just staff limited, they really have to take, maintenance into consideration when they're looking at a piece of equipment. The other flip side of that, you bring up, older legacy type pump technologies that are out there. It leads right into parts availability and support. These communities need to be able to get, access to parts in a timely manner, which they can do through Berger. We get them that part package they need to repair the piece of equipment and get it back up and running.
One of the things I was really impressed with talking with Berger last year was the R&D department you guys have. It sounds like you guys spend a lot of time obsessing about the intricacies of how you can innovate your products.
Well, we're like every other manufacturer. We try to be better, but we're always innovating. We're trying to see how we can optimize the pump's performance, make it more maintainable, and honestly, just look, what is going to give us a bigger impact in the marketplace. And when you look across our product lines, whether it's the pumps, the grinding equipment, or anything we manufacture, whether it's Legend or the Nova style pumps, there's a lot of similarities there, but there's a lot of thought put into rotor geometries, sealing technologies, and right back, MIP, maintenance. We always go back to maintenance because we're making a piece of equipment that will need to be repaired. It's inevitable.
Right, because it just naturally wears out.
That's correct.
Can you kind of give me a instance where you guys kind of came in and maybe a pretty harsh environment? I know some of your pumps have great like coatings and stuff to them.
Yeah, so we go in and help customers. We identify the pain points, we like to say in sales, and sell on those pain points. But primarily what we hear in the field when we're talking to operators and plant staff is, back to our previous comments, they want a piece of equipment that they can maintain themselves, and they want that support and parts availability. Sometimes, it's difficult to get those components, and that's a loss of time on their side. They're running down, parts lists, trying to figure out how to obtain that quotation, get an order to them to get that piece of equipment. So we will go in, we'll look at, other technologies, try to come up with a better solution that's going to give them more runtime, more uptime in the field, and reduce their maintenance costs.
All right, cool. Thanks so much for
Thank you
chatting with me today.
You bet. Appreciate it.